Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and now that I reviewed to Scary Movie, I am now going to review to the sequel, Scary Movie 2. Honestly, I just watched Scary Movie 2, right after Scary Movie. Once I saw it because I just love Scary Movie so much, I'm like, I gotta check out the second one. The first time I saw this movie, I didn't really like it, and the problem was because I skipped a lot of things, and I think it was because I was in a hurry or something. I don't remember, but I wasn't really paying attention to it, but I watched it 2 other times, actually 3 other times, and in that time, I actually just watched it today. In that time, this movie is just as funny as the first one, and it's just really, 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 really funny. Now, the one thing this movie does suffer from is it has the worst introduction of all the movies with this guy. It is very gross, and it's sometimes unbearable to watch. It's the only part of the movie, like, when I watch this movie, yes, I'll watch that part, but it's like gross humor, and they're puking all over each other, and it's really disgusting. And that was the only scene in this movie that I did not like. But other than that, I really did enjoy it, and I really did like the movie. So the other thing that I want to talk about is this one has a little bit more gross humor than the other one does. Like I said, Scary Movie is much more smart. This one is not as smart. It does have a lot of puns and references, and it is very funny. But I do feel like it's different from the first Scary Movie. But it's still just as funny. And it's definitely, out of the 3 sequels, Scary Movie 2, Scary Movie 3, and Scary Movie 4, this one is definitely the funniest, because it just has that raunchy humor that you need in this. And, so some of the things that were here was that some of the characters that died in the last one, like Brenda and Ray and, Shorty, were all back in this one. And it's very funny that they're back in here. Buffy's gone. Her boyfriend, Brad is gone. He's not here. But the rest of the cast is here. And instead of, Bobby, they have now replaced him with, what's his name? Oh my gosh, what's his name? The good thing I have an iPhone because I can look up information on here. Uno momento, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, it's like really, this is probably really boring, but I'm just trying to find his name. Buddy. They replaced him with Buddy, and Buddy is this kid who really, he likes Cindy, but Cindy doesn't really want a relationship because of what happened in the last movie with Bobby, because he was the killer, and so was Ray, but it doesn't really matter now because it's just a silly movie. And the plot really is a lot like The Haunting. A lot of people don't really know what the plot is. I looked it up, it's The Haunting. Although it's more The Exorcist too, because in the beginning it's The Exorcist. But one of the best additions to this movie is Kathleen Robertson as Theo. Holy crap, this girl is hot as hell. She is so hot in the movie. Look at her there. She's so hot. But she's one of the best additions to the movie. Another great addition is Chris Elliott. He kind of plays this little, he has this little hand, a little deformity with a hand. He's very funny. Also, David Cross is in this movie. And David Cross and Chris Elliott have this great scene together. Because Chris Elliott has that demented hand, and David Cross is in a wheelchair where they're like, David Cross is like, well, I think I should just give you a hand, and then Chris Elliott says, well, give me a standing ovation. It's really funny because, he's in a wheelchair and he has a demented hand, so I think that was a really funny scene and definitely very clever. The other thing that Scary Movie 2 does is it does have continuation from the last one. Like, it talks about what happened in the last one, how they were survivors of the whole thing that happened in the first one, and I think that's pretty funny as well, how they did that. Now, let's talk about some of the gags in here, some of the stuff that I really enjoyed. And I think one of my favorite gags is the thing that happens with the clown rape. Oh my god. Okay, there's this scene. I'm just going to spoil it because I'm sure most people have seen this one. I'm sure everyone who's seen the first one has seen this one. If you haven't seen this one, and if you haven't seen the first one, or I mean, if you've seen the first one and you haven't seen this one, you're missing out. So just check it out now because I'm about to give you away some of the best gags. One of the best gags, in my opinion, is the scene with Ray. Of course, as we know, Ray is gay, but he doesn't want to admit it, and they still do it in this. Instead, this clown comes in. This clown is like demented. This clown comes to kill him, but he ends up shoving the clown under his bed and raping him. Absolutely hilarious. That clown scene is just really, really funny. Another one of my favorite scenes is the Charlie's Angels scene. You know, where Cindy, Brenda, and Theo all kind of try to be in this Charlie's Angels scene. Now, one character in this movie is Tori Spelling, who plays, I think her name is Amy. I don't know, though, but her character's in this, and she ends up falling in love with the ghost, and she ends up getting killed because she's pissing off this ghost, because the ghost don't want a relationship. And I love the scene where she's like, "Come back, my love," and he's like, "It was just a booty call." And then she's like, well, then why would you talk to me? And he's like, "Because you gave me crabs." And that scene is really funny too. Another one of the great gags is all the stuff what David Cross did was just great. Everything with David Cross is great. Tim Curry's also in this, but he ends up dying as well. And I just think the whole movie's really great. They also have this demented cat and this parrot. That's just absolutely hilarious. So, Scary Movie 2 is just as funny as Scary Movie. It has all the great gags in here. It is different from Scary Movie, though, because this one, it all takes place in the school. You know, they don't really go anywhere else with this. It all takes place in the school, because, you know, they're in college. And it all takes place in the school, and I do think that was a clever way of doing it. In my opinion, it's one of the best sequels I've seen of all time. It's just as funny as the first one. So, yeah, this one is just as funny as the first one. It's really, 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 really funny. So that's it for my review of Scary Movie 2. I hope you enjoyed it, and the next next I will review Scary Movie 3, but I'm currently watching Scary Movie 3 right now, so stay tuned for my review of Scary Movie 3. Unfortunately, though, with this franchise, though, after Scary Movie 2, it kind of just goes downhill from there, so yeah, see you in the next video. Bye!